Hi, welcome to the session on data warehousing concepts. Agenda for today's session is what is meant by a data warehouse, need for data warehouse, different components of data warehouse architecture like data warehouse, ETL and data marts. Also we are going to discuss about the difference between OLTP and OLAP. Finally, we are going to discuss about different OLAP operations can be performed on a data warehouse. Let's start the session with the definition of data warehouse. Data warehouse is a centralized system where all the collected data from different sources are stored in an organized manner. In general, data is scattered everywhere over the network. To convert this data into useful information, the data can be collected and stored in a centralized repository called data warehouse. Operational database is different from a data warehouse. Operational database is the database that is used for handling day-to-day transactions like ticket reservation and online banking. Whereas data warehouse is the centralized repository, it contains historical data. In data warehouse, the raw data can be transformed into useful information. The end users can execute the queries and they can access the information whenever it is required from the data warehouse. This is the definition of data warehouse. Now we will discuss about the need for data warehouse. The data warehouse standardizes the data and it removes inconsistencies among different data sources. Data sources can store the data in different forms like XML file, or it may be in a RDBMS format or flat files, that is Excel files. So all the data from different sources are collected and that are transformed into the standardized form, and then it is loaded into the data warehouse. So data warehouse standardizes the data and it removes the inconsistencies. Data warehouse also plays vital role in making decisions in business growth. Data warehouse is the one important activity in business intelligence. The results of data warehouse are accurate and faster. Data warehouse is not a product we cannot purchase from the store. Data warehouse must be built based on the requirement of the organization. One simple example is I can build a data warehouse for an e-commerce company. So the data related to the e-commerce company can be collected and it can be stored under the single repository called data warehouse. Next one is data warehousing architecture. Data warehousing architecture consists of different components like data sources, ETL and data marts. So we will discuss components one by one in detail. Data source are the source systems which consist of information related to customer relationship management or enterprise resource planning or financial details. So these data are the inputs for data warehouse. The data warehouse can be used across the enterprise for creating analytical reports to support business decision making. So in a data warehousing architecture, the first component is data sources. So data sources stores data in different forms like ERP, relational databases or flat files. The next step is, so we have to transform all the data into standard form according to the requirement. So this process is called as staging. So in staging, the data collected from different sources are extracted and transformed and then it is loaded into the data warehouse. So this is called ETL, extraction, transformation and loading. ETL is the process of extracting the data from various sources, transforming it into the standardized form and then loaded into the data warehouse. Next component is data marts. Data mart is the smaller version of the data warehouse which focuses on a single functional area of an organization. Data warehouse consists of all the data related to an organization, whereas data mart focuses on single dimension. So consider the same example, e-commerce company. Data warehouse consists of all the data related to e-commerce company, whereas the data mart can be designed for a single subject like marketing, sales, purchase, finance, etc. The time taken to build a data mart is less when compared to build a data warehouse. Data mart is a subset of data stored in the data warehouse. If the user wants to execute then queries on marketing data, then so they can execute queries on marketing data mart instead of executing the query on data warehouse. So data marts are very useful and it retrieves results faster when compared to data warehouse. Next one is online transaction processing. Online transaction processing is a software program that is designed to execute online database transactions like online banking, e-commerce, ticket reservations, etc. on the internet. Online transaction processing is used for handling day-to-day business transactions. So all the transactions are recorded and it can be stored as two-dimensional tables. Consider the ticket reservation table. The ticket reservation table can consist of the information like passenger name, passenger ID, and the train number and the time of the train and etc. So these details will be stored in two-dimensional table. And the OLTP transactions can be executed on the database size ranges from 100 MB to 1 GB. So OLTP is suitable for executing queries on smaller size data. The best example for OLTP is ATM. The ATM machine records all the transactions done by the customer and also it retrieves last 10 transactions done by the customer. But I cannot access the historical data, all the transaction done by the customer from ATM machine. So ATM machine is an example for OLTP transaction. Next one is OLAP, online analytical processing. Online analytical processing is a computing method that is used for performing complex data analysis on multidimensional data in data warehouse. OLAP business intelligence queries are the foundation for many kinds of applications like financial reporting, simulation models, and etc. to provide some insights need for better decision making. All the complex queries can be executed in a data warehouse using the OLAP. OLAP is suitable for data warehouse size ranges from 100 GB to 1 TB. The example for OLAP operation is, suppose a bank manager wants to check how many customers are utilizing the ATM of his branch for the past 1 month. So this historical data can be retrieved from the data warehouse using OLAP. The advantages of OLAP over OLTP. OLAP is used for extracting knowledge from the data warehouse that is used for making successful business decisions. OLAP also transforms the data into useful information that is used for decision making and the business improvement. The diagram shows the OLTP data can be stored in two-dimensional tables. OLTP is suitable for executing queries on two-dimensional data, whereas OLTP is suitable for executing queries on multidimensional data. That is, the data can be stored in the form of cubes. Next, we will discuss about different OLAP operations. There are 5 different operations can be performed using this online analytical processing. The first operation is roll-up. Roll-up operation is used to perform aggregation on a data cube by reducing the dimensions. Consider the given cube. The cube consists of 3 dimensions, that is item types, time quarter, and the locations in the form of cities. So this cube represents the values, that is how many items are sold in a particular quarter in a city. Now the roll-up operation is performed, or it is applied on a particular dimension called location. The basic idea of roll-up is it reduces the dimension. In the first cube, in the given input cube, the location is represented in the form of cities. If the roll-up operation is applied, then the location dimension can be reduced into 2. That is, cities can be represented as the form of countries. Now, the 4 locations can be combined into 2. This is an example for roll-up operation. Next operation is drill down. Drill down is the reverse operation of roll-up. In roll-up operation, the dimensions will be reduced or is combined. Whereas in drill down operation, it introduces new dimension. If you want to get detailed report, then drill down operation can be applied on a single dimension. Consider the input cube. Same input cube is taken here also. The item types, time quarter, and the location in the form of cities. Now, so if the customer wants to get the detailed report to know about how many items are sold in a particular month, whereas in the given input cube, the time is represented in the form of quarters, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. If drill down operation is applied on a time dimension, then the quarters can be represented as months. The quarter 1 can be expanded to January, February, March, whereas quarter 2 can be expanded to April, May, June, and etc. So drill down operation is the reverse operation of roll up. It introduces new dimensions and it gives detailed analysis. The next operation is slice operation. The slice operation generates a new subcube with respect to one particular dimension from the given cube. Consider the same input cube. It presents values with respect to item types, time quarter, and location. If slice operation is applied on time quarter Q1, then the items sold in a particular quarter alone will be retrieved and it produces a new subcube. This is called slice operation. The next operation is dice operation. Dice operation is also similar to slice operation, whereas in dice operation I can apply dice operation on more than one dimension. Slice can be applied to only one particular dimension. Dice can be applied to more than one dimension. The dice operation is also generates a new subcube with respect to 2 or more dimensions from a given cube. Here in the given example, the dice operation is applied on both time quarter as well as the location. So it forms a new subcube with respect to location and time quarter. The last operation of OLAP is pivot operation. The pivot operation is also known as transpose operation. It just rotates the given cube into different form. The alternative representation of data can be generated by rotating the dimensions. So this is called pivot operation. So these are the 5 different operations can be performed on data warehouse using OLAP. Thank you for listening.